Does your child struggle to make the L sound? Well, stick around and I'm going to share with you 5 tips for helping your child make the L all on its own in isolation. Welcome to my own SLP. I'm Rachel and I'm a speech language pathologist creating videos for parents of anyone interested in learning how they can help kids increase their production of speech sounds. Make sure to hit subscribe and that notification bell so that you're sure to see each of my videos that come out every Tuesday and Thursday, showing you how to help kids produce all of the different speech sounds as well as how to make it fun and engaging along the way. Welcome to step 1 of teaching your child how to make the L in isolation, or L all on its own. This is the basic and very foundational step to teaching the L sound. As I go through and show you ways to help your child make the L sound, we'll be following this hierarchy chart that you can find on my website and print off for free to have to refer back to as often as you need, because this is the sequence that SLPs follow when teaching any speech sound, because it is critical that we start at the very basic level and move our way down to eventually helping our kids be able to make a sound at the conversation level. And we want to go step by step because this will create a much smoother process for your child and eliminate a lot of frustration and overwhelm. So we'll go ahead and talk about how to begin teaching our child to make the L sound on its own in isolation. So here are 5 tips for helping your child learn to make an L sound. Tip number 1 is to help your child learn to get their tongue tip up and back behind the top front teeth. This is the most common way that an L is produced. So when you're teaching them, it might look like this. Okay, we're going to be practicing the sounds. And how we make a is by putting our tongue tip up, goes up, and back behind our top front teeth, like this. And before they even try to make the sound, see if they can follow those instructions to just get their tongue in place. And once it looks like they have their tongue in place, see if they can make the sound for you. And make sure that you're having them do it with you so that they are hearing and seeing how you do it, so they can try and imitate you. Now, sometimes this can be a difficult movement for kids to keep their tongue tip up. So if your child is struggling to get their tongue up and in the right place to make the L, then you can try tip number 2, which is you gently bite down on their tongue. So you could say something like, okay, now we're going to try and make the sound. We're going to put our tongue between our teeth and gently hold our tongue with our teeth. Okay. So bite down gently on your tongue. Oh, and see if you can get your child to imitate you and make an L that way. Tip number 3. You're going to use a mirror. If your child is picking up on how to make an L sound either by lifting their tongue up or gently holding it between their teeth, you might not need to use a mirror. But if they go back and forth between being able to do it and not, even when they're watching you over and over, a mirror can be a great tool, because then they're able to look and see exactly what they're doing with their tongue. They can see, are they getting their tongue up and in place? I would recommend that you hold the mirror right next to your face so that they can be seeing themselves make the sound, but then you're modeling it for them and it's right there so they can see what they're doing and then seeing how you do it. And they can look back and forth to get that visual feedback to see exactly how to do it and if they're doing it right. Tip number 4. You're going to hold out the L. So once they're able to imitate you and they're able to make a L while doing it with you at the same time, you're going to have them hold it out. L. We want to help them get used to having the tongue in the right spot and just holding it out and getting used to that feeling. L. And tip number 5. Once they're making the sound, then you want to have them practice it at least 3 to 5 times because this is going to help them create muscle memory and really hone in on that new skill of making the L. You might say something like, okay, you did it. You made it the sound with me. Now we're going to do it 5 times. Ready? Watch me. We're going to do it together 5 times. Uh, 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 uh. And just make sure that when you're having them repeat it like that you're only doing it when they can make it correctly each time because we don't want them to practice it incorrectly. And as you're practicing that, you can do it a handful of times and then take a break. You don't have to sit down for a long time. The great thing is that with you being at home with your child, you are with them all day long. And so you can find little ways to fit practice in throughout the day. So you might have them do it a handful of times as you're sitting down getting ready to eat breakfast, or when they're getting ready for the day or getting ready for bed. There's lots of different moments during the day when you can have them practice just a couple of times, and that takes less than a minute or two, and then you're able to get lots of repetition in. And if you'd like lots of different ideas for fun ways to get practice in with your child so that this is a fun process for them and for you, make sure to check out my Tip Tuesday playlist where I share with you a new idea every week on different ways to practice with your child during the day. And one final resource that'll help you a lot as you are practicing any of these tips with your child is to use my levels of prompting. And I have a video that you can check out, and it guides you through how to start by giving your child the max amount of support and guidance when practicing the L and any sound. And then it helps you to gradually reduce the amount of support so that your child goes from starting learning a sound, doing it with the max amount of support and help from you, to gradually getting less and less support until they finally can do it all on their own. So as you practice the L, follow those levels of prompting. And once your child is able to make the L sound with minimal to no support from you, about 80 to 90% of the time, then you can try moving on to step number 2, which is L at the syllable level. Thanks for watching. And with that, we are one step closer to unlocking your child's voice one sound at a time. Now, I hope you will try that out this weekend and let me know in the comments down below how it goes and if you have any questions. I hope that you will share your goodness with someone today, and I will see you in the next one.